What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about the reason why the new supply is no threat to you. A lot of times I get requests about speaking about the new supply. And the reason is because a lot of times when the narcissist discard you or go no contact or ghost you, it's because they have found new supply and they have pretty much put you on the back burner. And when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, that could be a very hurtful thing for someone to just up and dip out on you. The thing about it is, you have to look at it from a different lens. You have to look at it not as, just a typical person who's just being an a-hole and just being very inconsiderate of your feelings, no respect for the relationship, and so they just up and disappear. You have to look at it as this is someone who is very toxic, someone who's wasn't really easy to be in a relationship with to begin with. So maybe you're better off without them anyway. And not that you're gonna feel that way right off, fresh out of a relationship, fresh out of a breakup, because it just doesn't work that way. It's a process. It's something that you got to work towards feeling, and it's not gonna come to you that way overnight. But the reason why you shouldn't feel like the new supply is a threat is because you are focused on you. You are your main priority. You made plans for yourself. You have goals for your future, and you won't allow anyone to get in the way of that. Most of all, you're at peace with the situation because if you have gone through so much in this relationship with the narcissist, the abuse, the manipulation, just a cycle of just unhealthy communication, just everything. That's more of a reason for you not even to want to be with them, let alone worrying about who they're with now. And I know it makes it hard for you to get over them and look the other way when they're constantly flaunting the new supply in your face. Because, see, they low down narcissists, they thought that their new supply would be like a big downfall for you, but in reality, it's only a desperate attempt for them, to get an unsettled response or reaction out of you. That's why they do that. You know, they long to see you sit in hurt and in misery over the discard. But the truth of it is, they're the ones who living in misery. That because they're in constant search of the next good thing that they could take advantage of in order to feel good about themselves. It's like an ongoing cycle of dysfunction that narcissists live by. But the great thing about it is you don't have to play a part in that story. You can remove yourself at any time and focus on your well being and peace of mind. And that'll show the narcissist as well as the new supply that your main goal is you. See, when you really over the narcissist, that's your main goal. It's to just be the most unbothered about anything they do, any attempt to get your attention. You're going to be so unbothered, you don't care who they're with. And again, I get a lot of requests about the new supply, and people share their stories about what they have went through with the narcissist as far as them flaunting the new supply. And sometimes they even push the new supply up, you know, to do bad things to you. And the reason why that happens is because they are not getting a fast enough reaction out of you. So now they turn this new supply against you, someone who doesn't even know you, you know, but they're so love struck and so convinced that the narcissist is the one to believe that they're going to pretty much go by everything they say, and they're going to begin to even target you, and you're innocent. See, they have a lot to learn about this person who they're with. Narcissists don't give you room to decide if you're someone they want to be with, because they rush to go into situations with people. They rush into relationships. That's why they push so hard, but they so determined to make sure they get you through the love bombing stage. They do things for you. They're very consistent in buying you nice things. Anything that they can do for you, and they see that you appreciate or enjoy it, they figure, okay, that's good. I got to That's the perfect bait to get this person. And when it happens, it just shows the narcissist that they're winning. But when they lose you, they're not used to being rejected. They weren't expecting you to take it so well and have that tough skin and move on. So that's why they use the new supply as a way to get to you. But don't fall for it. Because see, the narcissists, they only deal with people who they can use. And even going into a new relationship, narcissists aren't focused on love and commitment. It's all about opportunity. Their intentions are never good. As soon as the new supply realizes that they're just another pawn in to the narcissist, they will soon understand that they would never really knew you. They never really knew them, and there was really no need for you to even prove who you are to them. They'll finally begin to realize, if they realize, that the narcissist was always up to no good. And these games they play it with everybody. Narcissists don't discriminate, you know. So there's no need for competition, because it's the narcissist who puts everyone against each other for their own pleasure of knowing that someone is willing to fight over them. And that's what they want. They want to get a fight out of you. I remember my my ex narc way back in the days, when a woman came to my house looking for him, because he had her under the impression that we were living together as roommates still. Well, that's how we got together, but we had become more serious. We were in a relationship now. So that was the most disrespectful thing, for him to, you know, have her under the impression that we just live together and that she can just barge in my house and approach him. To me, deep down inside, she knew that it was something more, or he had her under the impression that, she wants me, or narcissists, they known to just tell lies, just flat out lie, just to keep the narrative going, to keep them at the center of attention. And there's no telling what he put in her ear about me. He could have been telling her that I won't allow him to leave the house, when he knew he was free to come and go as he pleased. But that's probably something different that he was telling her. And that's what made her, her approach so unsettled. And she was just she was just very bothered by the fact that he was in the house with me, even though we were a couple and lived together. But he still was seeing her. And that's when I found out about her, which is considered the new supply. And I was just done. I was done at that point. I was through, because it was just like things that you just don't do. And narcissists get their kicks out of people fighting over them. They want that. That's good supply. So he even made up a dream talking about, I had a dream that when she came to the house, you just beat her down. And I'm like, who? Like, why would you dream that? I knew it was a lie. But it's like, why would you just up and dream something like that? Why would you dream something after the fact? Something that you created, something that you had control over, and you could have avoided that situation from happening. But you allow things to go there for because you get supply out of it, you know. But no one wants the narcissist. Nobody wants to be the next victim, and you never know who you're dealing with until you're deeply involved with them. So you don't know these things, but you'll soon realize that there was never a need to wonder about the new supply, and they will never be a threat to you because it's all a part of the narcissist narrative, just to put people against you. And it normally happens when you go no contact. They can't handle being on the receiving end of a discord because it serves an injury to the guilt that they're in denial about. And they can't handle shame and punishment that they very much deserve. But it's all a part of their sneaky narrative. They have bad intentions. And for whatever reason that your relationship ended with the narcissist, which doesn't matter because it's good that it's over with, the new supply is no threat to you because you're focused on you. When you're focused on you, you're going to start to see your life do a whole 360. You're going to see yourself going in different directions. You're going to see more opportunities because you were once held captive of this person's mind frame and the games that they play to keep you in a box, to keep you connected to them. And you're stuck to something. You had a certain way of thinking in order to please them so they could feel good about themselves. And once you were able to escape their reality and go off into, the real world and just have that freedom and peace of mind, you'll see that you really weren't in a good place and you deserved better. And this person who they're with now, it doesn't matter because soon, hopefully not, they will destroy their life as well. They'll do the same thing to them as they did to you. I mean, hope not, but that's just how they operate. It happens. It's possible and it's likely that it will happen to them as well. So the thing about it is to not focus on the new supply and all the things the narcissists do to make you jealous. Because that's just what it is. It's to make you jealous. It's to make you miserable. It's to get a reaction out of you. Just keep in mind that you deserve better. And it's going to be great going forward without the narc in your life. So that's the end of this video. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.